Welcome to the School Leaders Podcast. My name is Dr. Gastred Harrigan, the podcast for current and emerging school leaders, those who support and supervise them. You will hear from passionate educational leaders who are transforming their schools, communities, and creating positive outcomes for students. I will also share my personal reflections and tips from over 15 years as a school leader. Together, we will talk about how to level up our schools and leadership practices. Hello, welcome to the School Leaders Podcast. This is your host, Dr. Gastred Harrigan. Thank you for making the School Leaders Podcast part of your growth journey. The late great management thinker, Peter Drucker, once said, "We spend a lot of time teaching our leaders what to do. We don't spend enough time teaching them what to stop." As you write down your New Year resolution, goals, and ideas for growth to strengthen your leadership practices and skills, I suggest Peter Drucker would encourage you to stop doing a few things. In today's episode, I am going to share 5 things to stop doing as a leader in order to reach your goals and make 2024 a spectacular year. But before we get too deep in today's episode, I want to encourage you to join the School Leaders Podcast community on Facebook. There we continue and extend our conversation from the episode. Also, don't forget to check out my website at www.drgharrigan.com. There you can listen to the podcast, read the monthly blog, and sign up for our monthly newsletter. I would like to thank all of you who are sharing the podcast on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and LinkedIn, or any social media you are on. Thank you. When you share the podcast, please tag me so I can thank you personally. Take a moment right now to subscribe to the podcast and share this episode. And don't forget to also leave a 5-star rating and a positive comment. When you do, it helps other listeners to find the podcast. Let's get started. It is the time of the year when most people are thinking and writing down their New Year resolution or goals. It is that time of the year when people start thinking about the things that they will need to do this year, things they want to accomplish in this new year. Often, we do not think of the things that we need to stop doing. Those things that rob us of our time, our energy, and even our resources. So I am going to share in this episode 5 things you should stop doing in order for you to reach your personal goal, grow beyond your limits, and really make this year your best year ever. Number 1, stop waiting until the time is right. Let's be honest. There's no such thing as the right time. When you look at a calendar or clock, the one on your wrist or your phone, there is no right time on there. There's no time on there that says, this is the time. I'm the right time. If you are going to be successful, you must realize you simply must determine that the present is the right time for you. Today is the time that you should write down your goals and take action to move toward accomplishing those things you want to accomplish this year. Robert Kiyosaki once said that if you are the kind of person who's waiting for the right thing to happen, you might wait for a long time. It's like waiting for all the traffic lights to be green for 5 miles before starting a trip. You should start your trip today and adjust as you encounter red lights or challenges along your journey. Remember this, it is the small things that no one sees that create the results that no one wants. Again, it is the small things that no one sees that create the results that no one wants. Discipline closes the gap between what you want and what you want to achieve. It is literally the bridge between who you are today and who you want to become. Yes, being disciplined is hard work. Let's be honest. But the best leaders will always try to choose the pain of discipline over the pain of regret. John Maxwell, in his book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, I recommend you read this book this year, says that small discipline repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievement gained slowly over time. Today, start with developing a small habit that will lead to a small discipline. And if you want to change your life, or you want to change the direction of your organization, if you want to change the direction of your school or your department, stop waiting until the time is right. Instead, start with examining and changing your daily routines and discipline. Number 2, stop thinking about it. Wendell Myers said that indecision is a virus that can run through an army and destroy its will to win or even to survive. Often we tell ourselves, I'm going to think about it, or let me think about it for a week or so and get back with you. Really? Are you truly going to think about it for a whole week and get back to that person? Usually that's a code for I cannot make a decision. Typically, we do not think about it for the entire week or for several days and make a decision. Unfortunately, too many people go through life thinking about it. As a leader, your team will look to you for confidence and direction. Nothing casts doubt on your ability to lead as much as waiting and being indecisive. What sets leaders apart is their ability to forge ahead in the midst of uncertainty. Being decisive doesn't mean you will always make the right decision or even be completely confident in your decision. It means that you will make the best decision possible with the information that you have available at this time in order to keep things moving forward. Stop thinking about it. Instead, make a decision based on the available information that you have and self-correct or adjust as you move forward and as you gather more information. Number 3, stop the permanent planning. As a leader, you need to have a plan and you need to be focused. Planning and preparation are essential to getting started in the right direction. And also, constant reevaluation and adjustment is also invaluable. The problem is when you don't take action. A lot of you do a great job planning, but you are slow to act. You need to have a bent toward action. Nothing changes or improves until you act. Again, nothing changes or improves until you act. Nothing changes or improves in your organization until you act. Nothing will change in your department until you act. Nothing will change or improve in your school until you act. Nothing will change or improve in your life until you act. Brene Brown said, perfectionism hampers success. In fact, it's often the path to depression, anxiety, addiction, and life paralysis. Waiting until the plan is perfect is like sitting in your driveway with the car running on park. You can turn the steering wheel all day long, but until you put the car into gear and begin moving, your direction will never really change. No one ever achieved greatness by playing it safe. No one ever achieved greatness or great results playing it safe. If you want to be who you have always been, then keep doing what you always done. But if you want to change who you are, you need to change what you do. Now is the time to take action. Now is the right time to take a risk. Mark Zuckerberg, as you know, is the owner of Facebook and Instagram, once said that the biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. What ideas do you have? Do you have a dream, a hunch, a theory you'd like to try? It is a time right now to try it. Take a risk. Take action. Act on it today. If you think you are not sure, you feel I'm not ready, the truth is you will never be completely ready. If you wait until you are ready, you will always be too late. Today, in this new year, take a risk. Go after your dreams, your goals. Stop the permanent planning and act today. Number 4, stop listening to your excuses. All of us have made or given excuses for why we didn't do something. However, when we constantly are sharing and telling and giving why things are not progressing, why things are not improving or getting better, we begin to develop the habit of giving excuses. It is easy to make excuses and give justification. I often ponder on this quote from Paul Martelli. He said, the only thing worse than an excuse is a good excuse. The only thing worse than an excuse is a good excuse. Some of us have mastered the art of good excuses. And if you are going to become the leader you were destined to be, the leader you were meant to be, you must cast aside excuses to pursue your life's purpose and dream. One of my high school teachers, Ms. Singletary, had the habit of having each student memorize a quote and recite it in front of the class as part of their first assignment in Easy A. In fact, when I became a teacher and began teaching and started as a math teacher, I adopted this practice and had students recite this quote for their first easy A. And it goes like this. Excuses are tools of the incompetent that builds monuments to nothing. Those that specialize in them are seldom good at anything. Excuses are tools of the incompetent that builds monument to nothing. And those that specialize in them are seldom good at anything. I'm aware most of you that are listening are very successful in your field, in your job. But to get to the next level in your leadership, to get better result, you will need to stop making excuses. Take responsibility, adjust, and move forward with decisive actions. Number 5, stop negotiating with your obstacles. If you desire to change the status quo or do something great, you will encounter obstacles. You will encounter problems. You will encounter naysayers. Far too many give up when they run into obstacles and decide it must not meant to be. That's a loser mentality. That's a loser mindset. Your thinking should be, because it was meant to be, that's why I am facing obstacles. That is why I have a position. John Maxwell, the number one leadership coach and guru, often says, everything worthwhile is uphill. Everything worthwhile is uphill. Almost everything that has value, almost everything that has purpose, require work on your part to attain it. You have to put in the effort to get to where you want to go. Think about it. You want to be a good teacher? You have to work at it. You want to be a good leader? You have to work at it. You want to have a good marriage? You have to work at it. You want a good career? Guess what? You have to work at it. You want to have better relationship with your kids? You have to work at it by making time to be with your kids. You want to change your life, achieve a goal, do something you've never done before? You have to work at it. Nothing in life comes in easy. Nothing in life is easy. You have to work at it. Repeat after me. Work at it. Yes, repeat after me. Work at it. Today, stop negotiating with your obstacle. Dream big and then take massive action. There you have it. I hope you were able to take away at least one nugget that can help you to reach your goals this year. And if you know anyone who can benefit from this episode, please share it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me today. Please consider subscribing to the podcast. Leave a 5-star rating and a comment. Share this episode with a friend and on social media. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for leadership ideas and tips. Again, thank you for joining me today. Until next time.